Since its inception, distance education has been measured by the same principles as conventional education. The question has arisen that since the mission of distance education is different than that of conventional education, should they be measured the same? The answer here ties directly into the reputation by asserting that a poor reputation of distance education program is a result of poor results of the measuring quality of those programs in comparison to equivalent conventional programs, when in fact, if the measurement is inherently flawed, the results are invalid. The mission of most distance education programs is to provide access to instruction to an audience that is not previously able to gain such access. The mission of conventional education is to provide instruction to a narrow audience of qualified individuals. With this in mind, if instruction is tailored to the mission, then conventional and distance education programs must be measured separately. If measured separately, they must each build a reputation by their own accord and not by the standards of the others. This logic is particularly more often adopted by theological institutions of distance education. It is also this same reasoning for the argument between distance and conventional educators. This all comes to light under the fact that studies are available that show the effectiveness and retention of distance education grads is on par, if not better, than conventional counterparts. However, the reputation of distance ed is and will remain under fire by skeptics. The lack of a good reputation by conventional educators stems not solely from the measurements of the program's effectiveness, but also from other factors such as the supposed ease of coursework. The target audience of distance education programs is the part-time adult seeking post-secondary education. This audience is likely to be highly motivated to complete any program started. The individuals enrolled in these programs must do significant homework to find a particular program suited to their needs and within their time and budget constraints. As such, they are less likely to drop out since they are more dedicated to the endeavor they choose. This audience is also likely to do well in a course they choose simply because they can choose from a wider array of programs, get better information on courses before enrolling, and are generally more interested in the class topic rather than having to fulfill a requirement. Consequently, the average GPA of distance education students is higher than that of the conventional students in similar courses. This argument is strengthened by a study like the University of Oregon study that showed a mean GPA of 3.08 for distance education students compared to a 2.83 GPA for conventional students in exactly the same physics class. It should be noted that the higher GPA is often associated with the ease of programming, which is more likely due to the student motivation, which is confirmed by a study by Bradley in 2002.